Hey there, happy day 731. Wow, 731 days in a row. I have been talking about, I guess I missed 2 days, just to be absolutely honest. But out of the last 733 days, I've talked and hopped on here to journal and document what I'm doing as I transition from the brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world of business. Here I thought it would be this quick and easy, oh, it's going to be so simple and fun and roses and rainbows and unicorns and stars and daisies and glitter experience, and it's turned out to be, it's been a good experience, it's been a great experience, don't get me wrong, but there have sure been some ups and downs and roller coaster rides, just like it is whenever we strike out and do anything new. There's a learning curve, right? We have to learn, we have to figure out what works for us. And I think I forgot, because maybe I got so old and so used to doing things offline in the old-fashioned way, and it's not necessarily old-fashioned, those things are still working, obviously, but the corporate and the business way, that offline in the real world, I call it, that the online world, I felt and have continued to fall in so many of the traps that just are inherent in this industry. It's really interesting, and I don't know why I didn't treat it like I've treated every other industry as I've moved from industry to industry to industry, but for some reason, and maybe it's because I'm at a different juncture in my life, and there's other things going on in other areas of my life, not just with respect to business and finance and work and career and contribution. There's, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual stuff going on as well. As I've gotten divorced, as I'm moving, as I'm not downsizing, I'm right-sizing for me. I always was right-sized for my family, growing and building my family, and now they're all grown up. They've gone away. They're out of the door. That's why I'm a grandma. So my role in that part of my life is very different, and that freed me up to hop into the online world, which I was super excited about. But I did the expression, the idiom, throw cold water on something or someone today. And I realized that although, yep, I've experienced other people throwing cold water on me and my ideas and everything else, I have been guiltiest of throwing cold water on me, throwing cold water on myself, killing my own ideas, dampening my own enthusiasm, undermining my own skills and abilities and confidence to move forward and do things more than anyone else on the planet ever actually has or could have been. And I've been in some really gnarly competitive situations before, and situations with partners and things that were just plain messed up. I mean, as I think about it, I'm like, I don't even know how this happens. How can anybody else even think this way? That's some of those kind of things. So to say that I have done more of that to myself, that's a big deal. But I suspect I'm not the only one. I suspect that all of us do that. I think the vast majority of us as human beings tend to undermine ourselves. Negative self-talk. Our ego does it because in our subconscious, because it's thinking it's keeping us safe and keeping us tightly wound in this little protective cocoon of our comfort zone, but it's really kind of slowly eating away and deteriorating, and it might be keeping us physically safe, but it's probably not keeping us mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and a lot of times financially safe, right? The times I've gotten myself in the biggest pickles, the biggest trouble in any area of my life has been when I am doing something to dampen my own enthusiasm, when I'm making myself play or be small, or I'm doubting what it is that I want to do, when I'm doubting who it is that I want to serve, when I'm doubting who it is I want to be in relationships with, because really business and life is all about relationships and experiences. The experiences we have, and a lot of those involve relationships with other people. So that's kind of a big realization for me today. And have I known it intuitively that I do that? Sure I have. I mean, I know. It's really interesting. We think we don't know something, but we really know everything. We really know everything we need to do and be and have whatever we want, and we really know everything about ourselves and how we've behaved in the past. And here's the deal. This is how I've behaved in the past. It doesn't mean going forward from this day forward that I have to continue to choose to behave that way, because now I know that it's a choice. It's for me to choose whether I am going to play small, dampen my enthusiasm, throw water on myself and my own ideas, or not. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I guarantee I'm going to continue to throw water on my own ideas going forward. but hopefully becoming aware of it means I will do it less and less and less, and I will open up to more of the possibilities that this incredible life has to offer us. So, question, are you throwing water on yourself? Are you throwing water on your own ideas? Are you not speaking up and sharing an idea when you have it, even though you know it's a great idea or you think it's a great idea, because you're afraid of what other people are going to say about it, or how they're going to act, or how they're going to treat you? Are you holding back who you really are? Because that is an example of throwing water on yourself. So I say today, let's not throw any water on ourselves. When we're excited about something, let's be excited. When we get an idea, let's share that idea. Let's just go forth and be ourselves today. That's my commitment to myself. I hope you'll make that commitment right along with me. So what else is going on? Getting ready for the Live Thrive Challenge. It is starting Monday, whether I'm ready or not. I'm going to tell you right now, I am not ready. Can I be ready for day one? Will I be ready for day one? Will it launch? Absolutely. Will it maybe be me talking to myself? Could possibly be, because I'll tell you what, for the last 3 days, I have been throwing water on myself. Instead of sharing the idea, creating the link, getting everything ready, getting people signed up and into the group, because it's going to be in a private group, figuring out how I'm going to turn all that off once and hide it once I have gone through it, and then move it into a membership site, so people that actually come and continue to work with me will forever have access to that information, those live calls. I know how to do all that. Have I done any of that? Have I thought about how I'm going to do any of that? No, because why not? Because I have been busy showering myself with cold water, showering myself with, there's, all of the things that we do that are stupid, like comparing ourselves to others. What is the first thing that pops into my head whenever I get an idea? First thing that pops, and I need to learn how to stop this. If you got ideas on how to stop this, please share in the comments below, because I've noticed that I do this. For years, I realized not too long ago that every morning when I woke up, the first voice I heard in my head was actually not my own voice. It was my ex-husband's voice. Not a good thing. Now I've stopped that, and now I wake up and I hear my own voice, and it's made a ton of positive changes in my life. But just realizing that was going on was a big deal for me. Now that I realize that I do this next behavior, I need to figure out a way to stop it and fill it with a different behavior. And I think I've got some ideas, but I would love more ideas about it. Here's the behavior. As soon as I get an idea, as soon as I decide I want to do something or go for something, maybe it's a target audience, maybe it's a new business, maybe it's a new area of business, maybe it's try a new strategy or a new technique or a new thing. Remember when I decided I was going to do a women's summit? All of a sudden, the first thing that popped in my head is, number one, well, who are you to do a women's summit? Who do you think you are? Why do you think you're, why do you deserve, why should you do a women's summit? Who do you think you are? And, so the whole, who do you think you are you good enough? Do you deserve to do this? Who do you, it comes up. And then right on the heels of that is, I notice everyone on the planet who is already doing the thing I want to do. And instead of initially thinking, oh my God, that's proof that this is a good idea and a viable option, and I should do it, and I should master it and figure it out, my brain starts comparing myself to all those people. Now, how many times have you heard me say, don't compare yourself to others. What other people think of you is none of your business. All the time, right? But just like every other human being, I fall prey to my same limitations. But I talk about those things because those are the things that impact me too. So I'm looking for ways to figure out how, as soon as I get an idea, to not start killing my own ideas, start throwing cold water on it and talking myself out of doing it, because it's outside my comfort zone, because I'm a little afraid, because I don't know how it's going to turn out. Because guess what? We never know how life's going to turn out. It's always going to surprise us. And usually, if we let it, it will delight us as well. So looking for ways to stop doing that. Maybe I just need a different strategy, a different trigger. So an idea triggers, boom, something positive, like, what else is possible? How can I make this idea bigger? How can I get more excited about it? Instead of automatically triggering that negative flow of thought, right? That prevents me from actually following through on the idea. So doing my challenges is no different than that. And it's interesting. I have been doing these challenges for decades. I've been doing challenges on things much longer than they ever, before the internet even existed, right? Before, and I'm sure, people have been doing challenges their whole life, but I've been actually doing them for myself and for other people for decades. Yet, my first thought is, well, who am I to teach people how to do challenges? Who am I to lead challenges? Who am I to do live challenges, right? And I'm like, I'm having those same thoughts with this one. And I'm like, I've done so many of these. I've even done this challenge. I've even taught this on other people's platforms before, yet I have that little niggling of self-doubt. Ridiculous. So that's what I'm thinking about today for the Live Thrive Challenge. Now, is Live Thrive Challenge the perfect name? Is it the perfect platform? Is it the perfect brand? No, it's not. I know it's not, but I'm just going to test it and do it because I said I was going to do it February 3rd. So I'm just going to go for it and do it February 3rd. And the people that are lucky enough to get in on it then will see the thing that I've created for the back end of that will never be offered again. This is like my beta group test, and I will never offer it again. I've already decided that. I'm committing to do something for a year, but it's a big commitment. It's a big deal. It's a lot of my personal time and energy committed. So I'll do it for a year, and I'll see how it plays out. I'll see how it works. I know that if anybody gives me them for a year, I can totally transform their life, right? I've totally transformed my life a lot of times in way less than a year. But people seem to think it has to take a long time and it has to be hard. And so we go up and down and up and down and up and down. So for short term, I can put somebody on a 5-day challenge, or we can do a 10-day challenge. We can do even a 30, 60, and 90-day challenge, and you can get awesome results. But after that challenge ends, everyone tends to go back to where they were before. Not because they have to, but because that's human nature. They go back to what they know unless they continually get the support, encouragement, and interaction and engagement that they need to continue moving forward on the trajectory that they've set in that initial challenge period. We're all human. We do that. I get sick over the holidays. I have been eating and taking care of myself and doing really well with my health for nearly a decade, for 9 years. It's been 9 years since my sudden cardiac arrest, and I started to make my health a priority and taking care of my physical body a priority. And over the holidays this last year, I got type A, influenza A, and got sick and coughed my lungs up and was miserable for like a month. It lasted like a month. It took different forms for me, maybe a little longer, I don't know. But during that time, I got into some bad habits that I haven't had for almost a decade. And so now I have got to pull myself out of those behaviors because I know they're not good for me. They're not moving me in the direction that I want with my health and with my life, because I'd like to hang around for a couple of more decades, right? So I want to make sure that I'm taking care of the little shell that I'm inhabiting here. So Live Thrive Challenge, it's starting Monday whether I'm ready or not. Of course, I'll be ready. It'll be awesome. My challenges are pretty freaking legendary. I mean, they're pretty awesome. I really love the people that participate in them, and I think the people that miss them are missing out. But that's our little secret for right now. But I don't know how long it'll be a secret, but for right now, it's a secret. Fun day challenge. Today was I think day 22 of doing one fun thing every day. Again, first year, jumping out of my comfort zone, doing one thing every day that scared me. Second year, last year, doing one thing every day that made me happy. Believe it or not, I am a much happier person than I was a year ago. God, yes. Holy buckets. That was a dramatic year. But I realized I'm not very fun, right? I'm definitely not funny, and I'm not very fun. And I want to be more lighthearted, more fun, and have more fun in my life, and I don't know if I'm going to ever be funny. I might always be funny looking. I don't know if I'll be funny, like the things I say and do. I'm klutzy, so I could be like a physical acts, comedy, fun person, but otherwise, focusing on fun this year. What else we got going on? Idiom we talked about, supersize your business, challenges, always got challenges, always talking about challenges. House, super exciting. Got multiple offers on our house, put it on Zillow, and we've got multiple offers on it. So we're in a multiple offer situation, which is always exciting. My ex-husband and I used to do real estate together, and so it's really fun. It was always fun when we would get in a multiple offer situation. We used to fix and rehab and sell houses, and sometimes we'd do auctions, and sometimes I was a realtor and a broker, so we didn't hire a realtor and broker, but we would do different things to sell our properties, and it's rare that you get into that multiple offer situation, but it's really super duper exciting. And so we've handed it off to our attorney, and he's going to take care of it for us, but it's still exciting just to know that it exists and it's going on in the background. I will say, smartest thing we ever did, and this is a huge lesson for me personally, is to hand off and delegate things to the expert. It was being super duper stressful for me, and probably for my ex as well. And as soon as we called the attorney and said, okay, we've got more than one offer, we've got multiple offers, can you handle this for us and let him take over it? All of the stress that was associated with that process just kind of dissipated, and it's been a lot more fun. So, got that going on, which means more moving, probably gonna move, geez, I might move once or twice this next year, which is another reason I want to focus on fun, because instead of dreading moving, because if you were with me for my last move, last fall, I wasn't very excited about it. And since I'd put it off for 5 or 6 years, I had gotten more dug in and less willing to move and move on. And so, guess what? That happens to me too. But I am becoming a recovering hoarder. I guess I'm not a hoarder, but a recovering collector. And that feels good too. So if I can help you in a way, hit me up in the comments below. If you are interested in participating in the live Thrive Challenge, it's going to be live. Don't ask me what time it's going to be yet, because I haven't decided. It has to be a time when people will be available, but I don't have my granddaughter. So I have not committed to the time, because I want it to be the same time every day where it's live. And of course, the recording will be available for the whole week, but I want to be able to be live at a consistent time every day of the week. So that's a little bit of a challenge for me. And depends how long I talk. If I keep it short enough, I could do it at noon Eastern Standard Time, which is 11 o'clock my time while my granddaughter's at school. But if I talk too much, if I talk too long, if I drag it out, if I answer too many questions or interact too much with people and it goes over, then I've got a 4-year-old in the middle of my challenge, which is a challenge in and of itself. So if I can help you in any way, or you want to be part of the challenge, just hit me up in the messaging or the comments below, because I would love to have you. It's free, so why not? Why not learn how to use challenges to get what you want, the results you want, attract more customers? I did a 90-day blood pressure reducing challenge, and I wasn't really positive that I had reduced my blood pressure. And then when I got the flu, I went to the doctor, and it turns out my blood pressure was 114 over something, which was well reduced. It was like, usually it's around 160 or so, and that was 162, I think. And when I decided that I better, and then my doctor decided I would need medication if I didn't do something about it. So at the end of the last year, I did the 90-day blood pressure challenge, or health challenge, just for me to personally get my blood pressure down, which was super fun. Super fun. I love challenges. Are so much fun. How could you not have fun when you make a little commitment to yourself and then you just do one thing every day to move you toward getting that result that you want? It's super fun, right? All right, have a great day. I will be with you tomorrow. Bye.